What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. And as always, we got a lot to discuss and we don't have a lot of time. So hit that like button as the intro plays because we got a lot to get into. Oh, no.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Made sense.
Make it make sense. You knew what was up.
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
You know, this ain't nothing but just the finest nuts and berries.
Another cute one going, girls.
Okay, y'all. So I've been getting a lot of DMs about why I don't talk about Jay-Z. What about the rumors with Jay-Z? And to be honest, they're rumors, right? So, you know, I don't necessarily we'll go over lawsuits and stuff like that, and I'll give you guys my opinion. But I mean, you know, once stuff gets out there, it's really hard to take it back. And I think sometimes we're in the era of people getting exposed, but it's, you know, it's a slippery slope between all of that. So in this video, what I'm actually going to do is just show you guys what's out there, the good, the bad, the ugly, from all sides, and you kind of decide who and what you believe. Because what I'm finding out is, you know, if let's say you believe in the Q stuff, you're going to believe in the Q stuff. Me about, you know, their disgust and how they feel I'm trying to take out Hollywood elites. It's getting kind of crazy. I'm not even going to lie. And I like to come on and give you guys the full picture. So that's what we're going to do here. When I got that about how I'm trying to destroy Hollywood elites, and literally Diddy apologist, I didn't know he had a fan base like that. But people really feel like Diddy is innocent, and people like me are the problem. I'm telling you, it's gotten kind of crazy. So like I said, I'm gonna give you guys all sides. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about some of this stuff. So it all started here. There's a lady named, hold on, let me show you guys the video. Okay, here we go. It started here. Her name is Liz Crokin. She says it's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got MRs. I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray that there will be justice for Cathy White one day. The false idols will continue to fall. Mark my words. That's how it started. Then shout out to the straight shooter. I don't know if I can say her name, so I won't. She sent me this from Tasha K.
Croken, the journalist, decided to reignite
Hold on.
About Jay-Z. I tried to call Claudia to tell her this was coming out. Okay. I tried to call Claudia to tell her this was coming out. Claudia's coming out. So Liz Crokin, the journalist, decided to reignite rumors about Jay-Z's mistress that happened to be Claudia Jordan's best friend. Now, Claudia personally told me this, that was her best friend and she was sleeping with Jay-Z. The mistress was allegedly.
Now, that's what Tasha K said. Claudia said that is unequivocally untrue. So that's why I'm giving you guys all sides. Y'all can kind of determine how you feel about it. She went on to say, you know, the rumor is that Jay-Z had something to do with this young lady's untimely demise. Now let me show you a picture of her. This is Cathy. She's a cute girl, or she's a beautiful woman. Let me not say that. But the rumors came out around 2011 on Cathy. or 2010, the rumor came out that she was one of Jay-Z's mistresses. I don't want to relegate this woman to just a rumor. So we're going to actually go through what her family had to say about her. Cathy Michelle White, Virginia Beach. She passed away Thursday, September 1st, 2011 in Harlem, New York. Cathy, known by her friends as Coriana Hun and Corey, was born in Fort Park, Louisiana on July 3rd, 1982. No wonder she's so pretty. She's from Louisiana. And was a 2000 graduate from Emory High School in Norfolk. 2004 graduate from Howard University. She worked as an industry publicist and health and fitness expert. Cathy was predeceased by her mother, Yee, Kuhn's son, and grandparents, Mary and Alvin White Sr. She is survived by her father, Eric Jerome White, stepmother, Cheryl D. White, grandmother. So this woman was a publicist, and, you know, she was doing it. So the rumors started because there was a photo of Diddy, Cathy, Jay-Z, and Claudia in Tile nightclub. So that's how it started. But before we get into that, I kind of want to go into Jay-Z because people are asking me, you know, why am I not covering every rumor that comes out about Jay-Z? It's just not what I do. But there have been rumors about Jay-Z. The thing is, nobody has really said anything that has stuck with Jay-Z. And some of it has been debunked. So we had this. Jay-Z's alleged son reveals details of purported affair. There was a guy who was 30 years old who said that he was Jay-Z's son. His late mother, Sandra Satterthwaite, said she had been with Jay-Z in 92. She signed an affidavit saying this. She said she referred to herself as Carmel or Precious at the time, and that Allen, who reportedly signed the affidavit as a witness, was the only person who knew about the alleged encounter. Wanda alleged that she and the Hard Knock Life MC had protected SCX, which charts because everybody who has come out with anything about Jay-Z says that even if it's just some sloppy toppy, he makes you wear a rubber. When she was just 16 and Jay-Z, whose legal name is Sean Carter. Wait, where is it? Wanda alleged that she and the Hard Knock MC, when she was just 16, whose real name was Sean Carter, was 22, according to the Daily Mail. The Post has contacted reps for Jay-Z for comment. Jay-Z's legal team has denied Wanda's claims. This is the boy. She said, I write these allegations about my relationship with Sean Carter. I met Sean Carter in the fall of 92, and he identifies himself as Rock through my friend Kalisha. Mr. Carter and her friend came to Philadelphia to pick up both me and Kalisha around the area of 24th and Bolton. The woman claimed that they all drove to Jay-Z's aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. She described the building in which the two-bedroom apartment was located and recalled what Jay-Z was wearing. Sean was wearing a black Woolrich hood jacket, blah, 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 blah. She claimed that the group talked, drank, danced before her girlfriend went off to the room with Sean's friend, and I went with Sean. Sean and I did have protected, but the protection broke. She continued in the document that Jay-Z and his unnamed friend returned 2 weeks later to see her and Allen, but Allen was not present because she was having problems at home. Sean asked me to leave with him, but I told him I could not because my mother would be upset. I never saw him again until a year later on television, but I had no idea his real name until later and did not know how to reach him. Although these intimate details of the alleged fling are new, Wanda legally fought until she passed away in 2019 for a paternity test. Now, here's the thing. Do I think this boy looks like Jay-Z? Kind of, in the nose. But at the end of the day, you're pregnant. You have a baby because you said a year later you saw him on television. At what point, you have his name. At what point do you file for a paternity test? You had from 1992 to 2010 to file for a paternity test. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. The salacious stuff always sounds really, really good, but some of it doesn't make sense. She said she fought till she passed away to get the paternity test. Could this possibly be Jay-Z's child? Yes, but does that pass the smell test? You're pregnant by somebody who's extremely famous and you never even go after child support? He has been fighting it. How do you fight that? Let me know. Do you all get what I'm saying though? I think that this could possibly be Jay-Z's child. He looks like him, but he says she filed, but he has to be served. Oh, okay. Jay-Z doesn't want to claim this child because it was conceived with the mother under. That's a good point too. Okay, so we're gonna go through these rumors real quick. So that was one rumor. Then we had this rumor. Y'all remember this picture where they said that Jay-Z was the father of Chanel Scott's son. She was a Trinidadian model. I think she was in was she in like the Big Pimpin' video? I think she was like a video vixen for a minute. And it said, for quite some time, rumors have been circulating Jay-Z had a 9-year-old secret love child with Chanel. A 60-year-old man named Andrews, who's the father of Chanel's ex-boyfriend, reached out to Star Magazine claiming that Jay-Z was indeed the father of his grandson. At the time he was born, my son Malik thought he was his child, but the DNA test, it determined that the child is Jay-Z's baby. Malik threw Chanel a baby shower and brought all this stuff to prepare for the arrival. However, after the baby was born, friends and family told him he needed to get a DNA test. Everyone knew she was sleeping around with Jay-Z. There was a good chance it was his. Maybe 2 weeks later, he called me and said, "Daddy, I got some bad news. He's not my son." I said, "How do you know, Malik?" He said, "He doesn't look anything like me." Chanel told me that Jay-Z gave her $1 million to keep her mouth shut. My understanding is that he's paying her child support. Chanel took the money and bought herself a really nice house in Trinidad that the whole family lives in now. She says he's a good father and he has a lot of interest in the boy. It's a big old mess at one time, but I think they've resolved the issue of fatherhood. Now, here you go. Last week, Andrews told New York Daily that he has no knowledge of a DNA test nor spoken to Chanel or his son about the child. Now, you could take that and say it's been retracted, or you could also take it and say you said some crazy stuff about a really rich person and they made you retract it. Y'all see where I'm going with this? The man who told the Star Magazine that this was Jay-Z's child also retracted it in another news publication. So it could go either way. That's why I bring you guys these stories this way. I can just tell you what's out there. Y'all determine who and what you believe. But some weird stuff happened because Chanel, the alleged baby mama, got remarried, had a bunch of children. This is what she looked like. This was the stories back in the day. Y'all remember, this is back in 2010, 2011. And that's when these type of magazines are really selling, before blogs became popular. But you also had like Sandra Rose, Lipstick Alley. But anyway, this is the woman. That's the son. He does look like Jay-Z. She got married to this guy whose life was taken. They had a few children, and then all of a sudden his life was taken. It's very messy. This stuff goes deep. Okay. Okay, let's see. So anyway, then Jay-Z hasn't helped himself out, right? Remember with all the Lemonade stuff, with Becky with the good hair, stuff like that? That didn't help Jay-Z's cause. Let me see if I have a photo of that. I think I did. Hold on. And then we also had the Foxy Brown allegations. Now, I've never heard Foxy say that she was with Jay-Z before the age of 18. I've never heard her say that she was with Jay-Z. I went back and I tried to watch a lot of her interviews. I never heard her say that. But the rumor is out there. There's all these rumors. Basically, when you have people like Kanye, whose stuff is all out, but then you have Diddy, who's now being exposed, Jay-Z is now being grouped into that grouping, with all of the other high-profile men in his orbit. It's the Diddy Effect, y'all. Once the dominoes fall on one of these guys, each and every one gets put under the microscope. Ask TD about it. It happens. Hold on. Let me pull up this picture. I don't know. Everybody connected to Diddy somehow or another is going down. Hold on. I got it now. If Jay-Z is the father of any of these children, then he has kept his name intact better than anyone else out there. Nobody really ever truly identifies Jay-Z. And if they do, it just doesn't stick. So was this one? Okay, here you go. So yeah, we all knew about Becky with the good hair. But again, you got Beyonce, who doesn't really put stuff out there. Beyonce puts stuff out there in a song, so it's left up to interpretation. Do I believe that there was a Becky with the good hair? Absolutely. Do I believe the rumors that it was what was his name? What's that man's name? What's that man? Rachel. What is her name? It's Rachel Roy. Is it Rachel Roy? And her husband. So you got Beyonce putting out that he cheated on her. Then you have Dame Dash. You have Dame Dash's wife being a part of it. It ties in because we now know that when Dame Dash was dating Aaliyah, he alleged that Jay-Z was also trying to get at Aaliyah. Y'all, this is at the same Diddy party. So you have her with her boyfriend and then her with Jay-Z at the same party. So, you know, he has his stuff. It's not Rachel Roy. I thought that was her name, Rachel Roy, the designer / Dame's ex. Let me know in the comments. I went back and I watched the interview that Dame did, and he said that he and Jay-Z were actually living together in the same home. He was dating Aaliyah, and then he found out that Jay-Z was trying to date Aaliyah. So, you know, the only person who could actually tell you rest in peace is Aaliyah. And, you know, to say she had, you know, she was a superstar and had like the best life, she had it really rough after, you know, the R. Kelly stuff and then all that. So I really liked Aaliyah. She's one of my favorite artists. Oh, so it is Rachel Roy. Okay. Y'all just be anyway, I was saying all that to say that those are the things that have really those are really the only things that have really kind of plagued Jay-Z. Even Superhead said that he was a gentleman, and when she, you know, performed her services, it was good. She liked it, and he put on protection, which, you know. So yeah, Aaliyah, somebody said Aaliyah never dated Jay-Z. Okay. According to Dame Dash, while Dame was actually with Aaliyah, Jay-Z was trying to get at her. A few years ago, these pictures surfaced, and, you know, I don't think that you would want your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever, to be with your best friend this close, hugged up, holding them. No. But anyway, you know, it's neither here nor there. I was just giving you guys like the background so you have a good understanding. TikTok has now picked up on the story.
Many are asking about her after a post went viral on X. In 2011, she was reported as one of Jay-Z's mistress at the time. During a flood.
So these things are now getting like 28, 29 million views on TikTok per post. So it's now gone in a viral direction. Again, this is the woman. Let's see where it all started. She passed away at 28. I want to show you this one first. This was a blog site that had a lot of tea very early on. Jasper was the one who first told us about Oscar La Hoya in the fishnets and everything. Oscar La Hoya, rumor that he put out absolutely was true. So this guy was fairly credible as blogs go until people believe he kind of went crazy because he started talking about people had kidnapped him, like powerful people. Nowadays, if he said that, he'd probably, he'd probably be on TikTok talking about it. It says some shocking finds have led to HCSK exclusively uncovering the infidelity between a once thought to be happy powerhouse couple at the hands of Hova. That's right. HSK has exclusively learned that Jay-Z has been smashing a woman behind Beyonce's back for longer than Jay and Beyonce have been married. What's not so shocking is the fact that the woman who's been sleeping with Jay is a close friend of known homewrecker Claudia Jordan. Now, I want you to listen as I read this. Tell me if this is not something that came from a messy blogger. It says, sources tell us they first learned of Corey's affair with Jay-Z from her good friend Jason Lee. This is where Jason Lee comes into it. If you don't know who Jason Lee is, he's a blogger. He's actually more recently kind of, I wouldn't say turned a new leaf, but he is definitely rebranded. I would say he's not as messy as he used to be. And he's now probably going to be the next city council member of Stockton, California. I think he has 40% of the vote currently. But okay, this is how Jason Lee plays a part in this whole crazy rumor. Sources tell us that they first learned of Corey's affair with Jay-Z from her good friend Jason Lee. We have since confirmed this report with several close associates of Hova. We're told Jay-Z is a good catch for Corey since she's openly admitted to only messing with super rich guys, and that unless a man has a net worth of at least $50 million, she won't pay him any attention. Last September, Corey and Claudia were spotted at Las Vegas' Tile nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Puffy. Beyonce was nowhere to be seen. We're told the entourage was there to see the boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and Juana Manuel Marquez. Additional details about the affair remain sketchy, but here's what we can tell you about the woman at the center of this expose. Though Corey and Claudia seem to be tight, Claudia doesn't seem to always uphold their relationship. We're told Claudia often runs Corey's name to the ground, telling that her so-called girlfriend has $100,000 worth of bags and $200,000 worth of shoes, that lives in a messy one-bedroom apartment filled with scattered clothing. Doesn't this sound like a messy blog, y'all? This sounds like a messy blog. And since this person threw Jason's name in it, I could have seen this coming from Jason. And whoever this Jasper guy is, he hates Claudia Jordan. That's for damn sure. He really hates Claudia Jordan. Corey's relations with Jay-Z seem to be rubbing Claudia the wrong way and sparking a bit of envy in the disgraced Price is Right model. That's because she's been heard mentioning that she has no idea how Corey pulls wealthier ballers than she does, and that by the looks of the way Corey keeps her home, y'all. So this is that's what Jasper had to say. He was the first person who I saw when I was doing this deep dive start mentioning Jason Lee as the person who actually started the rumor about Corey. So we got like 3,300 in the chat. Let's see. Danielle Newton, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Reality T, watching from the bushes, or I guess sand dunes. I love your coverage on Diddy and all the hard work you do, especially giving back to the community. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Krista Marie's been around forever. Corey who? Her name is Corey. This is her. So that was the first time, but these blogs ran with it. Another thing, so this is what Bossip had to say. Remember, guys, this is dating back to like 2011. Rest in peace, Cathy. Did I call her Corey? My bad. Cathy Coriana White. It's unfortunate to say this. Cue the Illuminati theorist. A young woman who is rumored to be tied to Jay-Z has passed away at 28 years old. Industry publicist Cathy Coriana, that's why I was calling her Corey, my bad. Cathy Coriana White, known as Corey to her friends, has passed away. Celebrity trainer Jeanette Jenkins tweeted the news this morning. Also a fitness and beauty expert, White was a Howard University graduate, contributor to various online publications, and CEO of her own public relations firm, White Label PR. The LA Beauty battled the blogs last year after the Hollywood Street King reported that that was the Jasper guy that I just showed you, reported that she was the mistress of Jay-Z. The rumors were sparked after she and model Claudia Jordan were allegedly spotted at Las Vegas Tile nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Puffy. Now, the rumor got spun, because this is how telephone works. The rumor got spun that she was pregnant. I didn't see that anywhere in any of the blog posts dating back to 2011 when the rumors were about her dating Jay-Z, and then when it got out that she passed away. So then, of course, Lipstick Alley jumps in it. T on why Beyonce don't like Jason Lee. Hint, he has to do with Jay-Z's cheating ass. So if y'all don't remember that, it was this moment of Beyonce running from Jason Lee. Y'all remember this. Y'all remember this. Jason has since spoke about this moment. He's a pretty good sport about it. But yeah, y'all. Somebody said Claudia knows a lot of people. Well, this lady was actually a publicist. And if you know any history of Claudia and Jason Lee, they actually were going to do a podcast or a radio show with Charlemagne the God, but Charlemagne went ahead and did the Breakfast Club, and the rest is history. So they all have like history, and getting in somebody's section at Tao does not mean that Claudia had anything with Diddy or Jay-Z, but this is how the rumor mill works. But again, I'm telling you guys, I didn't see anywhere back in the day where it was publicized that she was pregnant. Now, what people are saying on present day in TikTok was that she was a few days old pregnant. And when Jay-Z found out, all of a sudden she had an aneurysm. And they're also saying that the aneurysm wasn't the first thing that they put on the, death certificate. And I'm like, okay, this is New York. The only people who can get their hands on the death certificate are the family, the funeral home person, and, next of kin, basically. So who would know this? Nowhere did anybody say this woman was pregnant. That's what's different about me. I can tell you what passes the smell test in my opinion, but I can't tell you what to think. I can only show you guys what's out there, and you kind of come to your own conclusions about this. Because it's warped, it's changed. So let me show you what Claudia had to say in response to Tasha K. Because she definitely responded to Tasha K. And then we'll get into a little bit on who Liz Crokin is, the woman who reignited all this with just one tweet. Let's see. Because Claudia went back and forth with Tasha K under her post. Then you got Choke No Joke who jumped in it. This is how stuff like really, really gets started. It takes one person to say one thing, TikTok jumps on it, and now it's factual, right? But let's see. I didn't see anywhere where that lady was pregnant. Okay, here we go. Here's the post. I do not want to play this post because Tasha does. Tasha definitely does. She'll strike. Well, in some cases, she'll strike your channel. I don't think she would strike mine per se. I don't know Tasha K like that, but I've never really done anything. But I have gotten like a copyright strike because all of her stuff is copywritten. So if you're a new content creator, keep that in mind when you play anything from Tasha K. It says, best friend, Girl, I knew her less than a year through a mutual friend who was way closer to her. So this is Claudia responding directly to Tasha about Tasha saying this was the girl's best friend. And Tasha also said that Claudia told her that she was Jay-Z's mistress. So for me, I find it a little hard to believe that people are just going to confide in Tasha K like that willy-nilly. I like Tasha, but you kind of know what you're getting with Tasha K. She said, best friend? Girl, I knew her less than a year through a mutual friend who was way closer to her. This girl never told me she was messing with Jay or pregnant. Why y'all want to put this on me so bad is beyond me. Tasha, I never told you any of that. I'll call you today. So Tasha has now said that she will be replying to Claudia on her Friday show. Claudia also said, and my best friends have been the same people for 15 to 30 years. And then she tagged her best friends. Not going to put me on here for the sins of the world. People I kind of know or I'm surface with. And y'all ain't never seen me with a married man. So Tasha went on to say, Claudia may not be with any married men, but her friends are. So she was responding to that. It got messy, y'all. It got real messy. So we got like about 3,800 people in the chat. I don't know where we are on likes. Definitely hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel. It keeps me doing these deep dives. So yeah, definitely hit that like button. I don't even think we're at 1,000 likes. Let me see real quick. Yeah, we're not even at 1,000 likes. So definitely hit that like button. Okay, so we got Jason Lee, we got Tasha. The end with Sloan, because Sloan Bella is a medium who predicted a lot of the stuff about Diddy. I've definitely shouted her out. She had some predictions about Jay-Z. Let's see. Before we get into that, do y'all remember Sandra Rose? Sandra Rose had her own theories. Now, Sandra Rose, everybody was name dropping her. That's the person that they wanted out the picture. Sandra said, it's hard to ignore all the crazy rumors about the sudden passing of Cathy Coriana White at the age of 28 from a burst aneurysm in her brain. According to Bossa.com, the industry publicist supposedly was the mistress of Jay-Z. He allegedly gave her the same ring as the one he gave to Beyonce. Now, y'all, this is the ring that they were both wearing. The ring does look similar. So I don't know. Y'all do with that as you may. Back to Sandra. The ring does look similar. Where is it? Okay. According to Bossa.com, the industry publicist supposedly was the mistress of Jay-Z. He allegedly gave her the same ring as the one he gave his wife Beyonce. But our sources tell us that those rumors are ridiculous. They say Jay-Z would never be that dumb. He would have given her a different diamond ring. Not that he don't cheat, but he would have gave her a different one. Yet ever since the news of Cathy's passing, loyal readers have been asking us to investigate her untimely passing and how it fits in with the surprise announcement of Beyonce's baby. I'm a blogger, not an investigative reporter. It is not unusual for a young woman to pass of a burst aneurysm. It happens every day. I personally know 3 industry women who passed in the last year of brain aneurysm. An aneurysm is a tiny blood vessel in the brain that weakens and bursts, leaking blood in the brain. Passing is usually immediate, depending upon the location of the aneurysm. It would be difficult for, let's say, an assassin to cause an aneurysm to burst in someone's head without other signs of trauma being present about the head and face. For instance, if Miss White had been pow-powed in the head, the coroner's report would have noted that her aneurysm was precipitated by a pow-pow wound. According to a loyal reader who begged anonymity, one of Jay's closest friends, Emory Jones, pictured above, is somehow tied into White's passing. I don't know how she arrived at that conclusion. Jones, if you recall, was a major trafficker in Maryland who had 37 months shaved off his 16-year prison sentence after Jay-Z sent a letter to the judge promising to provide Jones with a stable job and steady income of $50,000 a year. The inside joke was that a former coke trafficker who made millions of dollars a month would be more than satisfied with the $50,000 a year salary. The judge believed Jay-Z and granted Jones a release. That was last year. We assume Jones has been pushing paper clips at Rocawear as Jigga's executive assistant ever since the release. According to WhoDat.com, Jay-Z owed Emory Jones his life or something like that. He dedicated an entire song to him on Do You Want to Ride? What makes Emory different from many of his other friends? Question. Listen to the song. Jay is promising that the world's finest awaits him when he comes home from the correctional facility. See, I'm the eyes for the Emory. Keep him alive. This is a collect call, so every time I press 5, all he want to hear is his boy talk fly. Up in the Fed and still holding his head, so when he hits the streets, he gonna eat through his bread. Then there's Jay-Z's other homie turned bitter adversary, D. Haven Irby. D. Haven was Jigga's former drug dealing associate who turned on Jay-Z when he failed to make good on certain promises made when they prowled the Marcy projects together. D. Haven told New York Magazine that he and Jay-Z slept with the same chicks and even got burnt together. If you don't know what burnt means, it means that they contracted the same STDs. The same STDs. Whatever became of D. Haven Herbie, my lore reader thinks D. Haven also sleeps with the fishes after spilling his guts to the mainstream media about former coke slinger Jay-Z. But there's no way to confirm that without a death certificate with D. Haven's name on it. We don't know who to believe. All we know is a beautiful young lady is passed away after suffering a brain aneurysm, and there is no mystery there. So even Sandra Rose was giving both sides of the story. It's a salacious story, but I mean, and it goes on and on. Organized Noise, the true story surrounding Jay-Z's mistress, Cathy White. Update: NYPD source has just on 9/2/2001 confirmed with Jay-Z that the cause of death is listed as natural until further investigation can be completed. So this was the 911 call. A 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. Ambulance came and took Cathy because she was sick. They took her to the Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she expired. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm took her out. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out the cause of death. But someone might have given Cathy a bad drug, so they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for the report. 2 weeks prior to her passing, Cathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection. She gave them a little information to go on, but according to one of the HSK sources, following her conversation with the tabloid, she called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. These all happened in the last 2 weeks. Then, little more than 48 hours after the announcement that Beyonce was pregnant with Jay-Z's baby, this young lady suddenly passes under suspicious circumstances. Was Cathy trying to extort Jay-Z? I don't know. But if Jay-Z and Cathy had a phone conversation, the cops will be talking to him. Know why? Because Cathy's passing is going to be investigated more. So then you have so many. So these are all sources dating back to when this actually happened, from 2010 to 2011. That's why I'm like, y'all kind of have to see these things and make up your mind. But let's get into who Liz Crokin is. Liz Crokin is the person who got all of these rumors reignited, I think, last week. I didn't technically know who she is, but this is her. Basically, this is her resume. If it wants to play.
I started working in journalism at a very young age. I got my first job working for Fox Chicago at about the age of 17 years old. At the University of Iowa, I studied political science and journalism. One semester, I interned for Bill O'Reilly at Fox News Channel. My last year in college, I interned for the State Department's White House reporter, and that placed me reporting in the White House every single day for a few months. Worked for the Chicago Tribune, and my first boss there told me that Everything that I should get should be checked over and over and over again and verified to death. That's how I was trained, and that's what a true, honest journalist does. I started covering local politics and local hard news, and then eventually I got my own column for 7 years where I interviewed tons of celebrities and politicians and musicians, and worked at Us Weekly, and then at one point I worked at In Touch Weekly magazine. But then in 2015, I felt the need to get back into covering hard news, and in early 2016 I started working for Town Hall, and then eventually I started working for the New York Observer and broke.
Okay, so when you have people saying she is a journalist because she does have a background in journalism, now I'm not here to tell people who and what to believe. That's just not who I am. But I can tell you now that it's taken a turn. She is now, she's a full conspiracy theorist, and she is a big advocate for, I think it's called QAnon. She's a big advocate for them. So you kind of have to like do your homework before you just follow a TikToker and see what and who you believe, right? Do I think that some of these conspiracy theories are true? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I believe everything? Absolutely not. But this lady is a person who is a big proponent for QAnon. That is who and what she is now. So when you take a journalist and then you know, they go full on conspiracy theorist, oftentimes what happens is people go back to, well, she was a journalist. So, you know what I mean? That's why I'm telling you guys, I hear these things. You guys get on me because you feel like, you know, I'm not doing enough on Jay-Z. I don't know Jay-Z. I can't in good conscience say that I believe everything that comes out. So that's really, you know, what it is. Do I believe in some of the TikTok stuff on why they're trying to take TikTok out? As in why America is so hell-bent on taking TikTok out? A, I do believe that it's a Chinese company. I researched that. B, I do think that some TikTokers are speaking truth to power, and I don't think that everybody likes that. And TikTok does not have some of the same standards or code of ethics that you get from, say, Instagram or YouTube. So I don't think people like that. But do I think that the Chinese government is somehow monitoring through TikTok? Absolutely. Do I think that the American government is monitoring me? Absolutely. Do I feel monitored? Absolutely. So, you know, we're at such like an interesting point in life where everybody has access to all the information in the world, and you know who and what and how we use it is always going to be in question. But you know, are people truly free if they're not free to say what they want? They're not truly free if you know, they're not allowed to use an app. I can't put your comment up, Lorraine Becker, but the research that I saw did say that she is in, let's see. But yeah, Lorraine, just because you use the P word, yes, I did research a little bit more into Liz, and she is very outspoken about theories on Hollywood and underage people. So I will say that. When speaking truth to power, she definitely does. But the other research that I saw was that she was a part of QAnon. So if you have other research, definitely let me know. You can DM me that information at Make It Make Sense Now on Instagram. But yeah, let's get into Sloan, because Sloan predicted some of these things on Jay-Z. And I really like Sloan. Technically, psychics and mediums aren't necessarily my thing. But when I started watching Sloan stuff on Diddy, and she predicted to the date, like I think she was 1 day away from when Cathy filed her lawsuit against Diddy. And that really opened my eyes. So Sloan is one person that I definitely do want on the show. But this was what she had to say just recently about Jay-Z.
Not P. Diddy, it is somebody else. And I'm kind of swinging around to Justin Bieber. Like I'm looking at the people up there, and I'm kind of torn between Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. But I'm going the Justin Bieber way here because Bieber is involved in this sideways. Okay, so there's a sideways connection to Bieber, which I'm sure they're all in the industry, different forms of expression, but they're all in the industry. So this makes sense to me. And then when I look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, I see the fading on the candle. The wax is melting. They are what we would consider to be because of his finely tuned, understands metaphysical principles, occult principles, a flipping of his personality. So what I'm seeing is a complete shift in his personality. So what does that mean? It means that on a representative way, so how I present myself outwardly, this changes. So now I change my tune, put on another mask, and I present myself outwardly in a different fashion. He thinks he can escape by doing that. If I present myself this way, the public will see me this way and nothing will happen to me. Now, he's definitely 100% energetically connected to the different hierarchies on the other side. So this man understands metaphysical principles, occult principles, how to use those principles, and how to move through different layers of energy himself. No questions asked. The reason that he is in the music industry is because of his finely tuned ability to walk a line between what you and I see and where they go, which is different, which is why they have a different lifestyle than us. It's not because...
Okay, yeah, I forgot about Free. I absolutely forget. Thank you, Goddess Queen, just me. She says, don't forget about Free at 106 in Park and Jay-Z having a child too, and he paid her off. I forgot about those rumors. I forgot about those rumors. So just add that to the list, y'all. Trap House Mystery says, hey, hi, Mims. Happy birthday, Adam Jackson. Love you. Who's Adam Jackson? Who's Adam Jackson? Happy birthday, Adam Jackson. Thanks for the super sticker or super chat. Jay is a Jim says, hey, Mims, Lil Bow Wow baby mama's pregnant too. It's in the air. Who is still thinking Lil Bow Wow is a star and trying to get with him? Thanks for the super chat. Rochelle says it also has to do with compliance issues that are governed by the DOJ. So corporate companies are held to the same compliance standards too. Great show. Thank you, Rochelle. I'm assuming you're talking about TikTok. Nicole says, oh, thanks for the super sticker. And Celebrity Scandalous says, going to DM you a video on Jay-Z and why I think Foxy has admitted to the relationship. Okay, let me know. But okay, let's see.
They're better or more creative. Understand what you're looking at when you see somebody like Jay-Z is somebody who took an opportunity, Saturn in Taurus, okay, retrograde. Somebody who took an opportunity to step out of a comfort zone and into one that they thought, and this is a greed level. I want fame, I want success, I want money. It's not just I'm a businessman. And he is using his queen, which is Queen B, Beyonce, to help him maneuver in that fashion. But it's interesting because what I see is a wax is melting on the candle. So that tells me something as I'm saying it, that these two engage in ritual expression involved with fire, candle magic, which is really kind of novice. Like there's higher levels. Candle magic is a novice beginner way to manipulate energy, but I'm seeing them melt like wax candles. So the facade that they both have and that their family has is actually crumbling right now. You will see it within 3 years. There are legal troubles for Jay-Z that come up in November, and they come attached to another person, but not a person that you actually think, which would be P. Diddy spilling the beans as he gets dragged into court. No, it's not P. Diddy. It is somebody else. And I'm kind of swinging around to Justin Bieber. Like I'm looking at the people up there, and I'm kind of torn between Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. But I'm going the Justin Bieber way here because Bieber is involved in what you think they do, and they will have to approach you in a different way. Now, in a public forum and has no have. I don't care how much talent you think they have. She was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it. He's very aware of entertainers, male and female, where he needs to go to keep his money coming in and what he's actually selling. Now, this connects him to R. Kelly, high level pimping and pandering for the music industry through the trafficking. My camera cut off when I said trafficking, through the trafficking of human beings. Okay. So I'm going to put that out there in that fashion. You, me, them, we're going to start seeing through the veil when it comes to Jay-Z. And within 3 years, public favor is removed. Now, he's not the first one to go down behind P. Diddy, but he's a close second. So it's a combination that's coming after him. And when they take him down, they're going to take Beyonce down behind him. And it's going to start crumbling. Okay.
Beyonce's
so it's
not
the
coming
next 3
down.
years. On an energy level, what this
I don't think Beyonce's coming down.
is
Beyonce's never did anything to anybody. The only thing Beyonce ever did was send Farrah home early and told her, we'll send you back your luggage. That's it. That's the only thing I've ever seen Beyonce do.
Understand, when you do occultist high level, and Jay-Z is a high level occultist, as is Beyonce, when you're involved in high level entity conjuring, which they are, when you're involved in that kind of high level type of giving yourself over to those energies, you are not really in control of what happens after a certain point. Like, no matter what anybody says, no matter how big and strong and special they think they are, when you let something into your body and you think you can control it, that's because they let you think that you can control it, not that you can control it. Okay.
So, for anybody who's interested, I will link Sloan's video, but let me show you guys this. This is just on Wikipedia. Liz Crokin. This is the lady who we were talking about, the one who put out the Jay-Z stuff recently and it went viral. Let me show you her picture. This is her. It says right here, Elizabeth Crokin is an American columnist and conspiracy theorist. Since 2020, she's been an outspoken supporter of QAnon conspiracy theories. Let's see. Croken first became an adherent of the Pizzagate investigation after the release of emails from White House official John Podesta. Now, when I was doing my research, I did see her talking about that, and I do believe that there is very high levels of, politicians and stuff that take advantage of children. So there need to be people who speak out about that. But do I believe? No. It says Croken continues to believe Pizzagate is true. She then became a follower of QAnon, another conspiracy theory whose wider scope includes the liberals and elites are running worldwide, trafficking rings, whom Donald Trump is secretly fighting. Q is derived from a belief of 4chan. Now, this is y'all already know what QAnon is. So the reason I am letting you guys see that is because you guys have to determine who and what you believe. But it's important that y'all get the full picture to see where it came from. We already looked at all the rumors from beginning to end. Every major blog that was out in 2011 who reported anything about Jay-Z and that woman, nobody said anything about her being pregnant. That changed in the 2020s. Now, all of a sudden, she was pregnant. So that's why I come and I bring you guys these type of stories, because you're getting 30 million views on TikTok talking about this, but you're saying that the woman was pregnant. And, she was definitely the mistress, and Claudia Jordan definitely told people that. It gets to be a lot. It gets to be a hell of a lot. So, yeah. Y'all see where I'm going with this? I'm not going down a rabbit hole. I just presented y'all everything that was actually out there. Y'all decide who and what y'all believe. That's what I'll be telling y'all. Y'all decide who and what you believe. But this is what's out there. These are the people that put it out there. And, somebody said it's not too far-fetched. I don't put Beyonce or none of these self-made celebrity idols on a pedestal. A lot of them have done darkish. Well, y'all let me know, because I'd never really heard anything about Beyonce other than Farrah's luggage, to be honest with you. People continue to laugh at the drummer about she felt a spell had been cast over her. Oh, yeah, there was that drummer who came out. She was Beyonce's drummer, and she did say that. I do remember that. Thank you, Paul Hill. I appreciate it. So let me see. Somebody DM me. Let's see.
Once Cathy was brave enough to do that, look how many people came out afterwards. Mm-hmm. Those didn't just happen. Those are people that have been holding on to out of fear, but they said, okay, and then safety in numbers, let's all say something. I bet you if more people start coming out and saying these things, then you'll get more people feeling safe.
So somebody sent me a video of Claudia.
People are going to comas. People get drugs. They have aneurysms.
Somebody sent me a video. Oh, I'm gonna have to I don't want to say your full name on here, but I'm gonna look into that. I'll look into that for you. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Like the video on your way out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We are well on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Either way it goes, have a good day. Do something that is not related to conspiracy theories. Hug your family members. If anything, this young lady, she 28 years old, the CEO of her own company. Anything can happen. And tell your family you love them while you're here. So have a good one.